Folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. My name is Bojan Petreski. Today is April 20th, 2022. This is the 3D market commentary today. We'll be getting started in just a few seconds as soon as the disclaimer there is run its course. Of course, this is for educational and instructional purposes only. And of course, trading the markets involves risk. Make sure you understand that fact. And let's go ahead and get started. So this is what the market commentary would look like in your inbox, coming at you daily, Monday through Friday. Every day the market is open. We call it a 3D market commentary because we utilize a three-dimensional approach. And those three dimensions consist of the market climate, which is the upcoming market direction, whether we should be looking for long or short opportunities, also represented down here on this chart. The buy and sell UFOs, or the unfilled orders, are proprietary and patented technology that we utilize for upcoming turning points or where we enter and exit. Of course, they are unmistakably represented by flying saucers here on the chart, as you'll see. And then, of course, market volatility, the upcoming price change speed, whether or not we should be adjusting or changing our risk to reward ratios on any of the trades we may be looking to take. We combine these statistical elements to give us an edge when we're investing, hedging, or simply day trading. So let's go ahead and do an analysis of the five markets that we have here, which is the S&P, crude oil, gold, the dollar index, and Bitcoin. The first one on our list here, we have the S&P 500. It is currently in an up climate because we've had really strong 2 days. However, it is still not confirmed. We're most likely going to see a confirmation today because this is a very strong move. A new UFO has been formed right at the start of this move, 4406.25 to 4355.50. The nearest sell UFOs up above here, 4574 through 4631, which is overlapped by this 4606 to 4671.75. So we have two times the UFOs here. One, from this area here, one from this previous area here. So therefore, they get combined, and you have UFO on top of a UFO. As of right now, the VIX has gone down a little bit. It is at 20.68%. It was around 22 last time when we did this overview, which was yesterday. 58.11 points for the day. As of right now, the open was 44.41, and the high was 79.25, so to 32. Yeah, we're not quite there yet for the daily expected move, but we are seeing very directional movement before the market has opened. All right, next one on our list here. Well, before we go into the crude oil, actually, if you are looking to educate yourself, we do offer the main asset classes, futures, stocks, and forex, and of course our option classes in the making, as well as backtesting trading plans and trading psychology, which I think is just as important, if not more important, than just knowing the main asset classes here, because without utilizing the tools and the techniques provided in these courses, it will be really hard for anyone really to find consistency. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am saying that that's what helped me when I was on my trading journey, when I was starting up with trading. And then any of these courses you can browse and register for here, and they do come with a 3-month complimentary access to Auto UFOs and Auto Climate. So check out that link there. Or, of course, you could also go to this link here down below, which is tradewithufos.com/Bojan. That is my link where you can also find everything that we're talking about here: courses, apps, one-on-one scheduling sessions, and so forth. And of course, you can ask questions. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you're more than welcome to post them there. And either myself or somebody from our team or our members can answer those questions, which is what kind of brings this community a little closer as well. All right, next one on our list is crude oil. And crude oil right now is a confirmed down climate. It is the first one out of typically 6 days that it goes down for. As you see there, confirmed down climate, and stats are 1 out of 6. The nearest buy UFO is well down below here at 80.47 to 77.83. The nearest sell UFO is where price currently is right now, which is 108.68 to 102.12. And of course, based on OVX, we're looking at 50.34% volatility for crude oil. That is not unexpected given the current situation between the Russian invasion and, of course, the overall macroeconomic position that the world is in right now. That's not unexpected to be seen. We've seen crude oil swing, double digit percentages in one day, like we saw here, the 12% drop on March 9th. Um, Again, not unexpected, but definitely unusual. This is kind of like what we've been used to seeing with crude oil, right? A big drop like this, again, is also most likely news, but more or less, half a percent to a percent movement per day would be the expectation. But right now that we're seeing that more often than not, it's in the 5 to 3 to 6% moves, depending on what's going on in the world, what kind of news comes out of Ukraine. All right, that's that for crude oil. Now, of course, if you need just the Auto UFOs app, meaning the flying saucers and the auto climate down below, it is available for TradingView, TradeStation, MetaTrader, and of course, our very own platform, Top, which I will talk about a little bit later. You can use this link here to subscribe to that app. We do offer monthly or yearly memberships. And of course, as I mentioned, anything that you see here as far as the links is also available at the link down below. Looking at gold next. All right, so gold currently in an unconfirmed climate after running its course for that up climate. A brand new UFO has been formed here, 2003 to 1962.7, and it's dropped fairly significantly from it. Um, 1815.8 to 1788.5 is the nearest buy UFO. Looks like gold is not quite done with this area here that we've talked about a little bit. More of a sideways action, potentially accumulation, where we're going to see what's going to happen. But it broke out of it fairly substantially, only to come back and test it again. So we're going to see now if this area is going to hold for a bit more of an upward move. As of right now, though, we are seeing an unconfirmed climate as of today, so it is a bit of a toss-up at this point. Based on GVZ, we're looking at 18% volatility, 22 points for the day. Gold is already open. It opened as of the start of this session. All right, now if you need coaching or support, we do have these live trading sessions that are compatible with all time zones. But on top of that, we also offer all asset advanced coaching. All asset advanced coaching is essentially setting up a session with any one of our instructors here on the channel where you can talk, one on one, maybe go over, what's your playbook, what do you do, how do you approach trading the markets, and have another person who's doing this kind of look at your trading and say, hey, maybe try this, maybe try that. And it also may help you avoid some bad habits that you may not know you have. That's also key there. So check it out. Use that link there, or of course the one down below. Now the next one is the dollar. I understand if you don't trade the dollar index, that's quite all right. However, it is very important to understand how the dollar is moving, especially if you're trading Forex. Um, right now, the dollar is in an extended up climate, and we're already seeing a little bit of weakness in that climate right now. The nearest sell UFO is the one above here, 101.555 to 103.960. And 97.85 to 97.295 is the nearest buy UFO that has actually been tested, several times, held each time for a pretty decent move. This third one being, kind of the biggest one of all. According to EVZ, we're at 8.54% of volatility. Kind of similar situation also. We had a bit of a sideways, potentially accumulation phase that, the dollar was just kind of bouncing between these two areas without any clear determination of which way it'll go. Ended up breaking up to the upside. Tested, there was a red UFO here. It did test that UFO there. Pulled back a little bit, went into it again, pulling out of it again. But of course, you don't see it here because it was already filled, right? A UFO stands for unfilled orders. Therefore, when those orders get filled, the UFO disappears. All right, now, if you don't want to read this overview, again, it is broadcast to you daily through most of the streaming channels out there: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn. The content of this market commentary comes at you daily between myself and my colleague Becky. And of course, I would appreciate if you can go to our YouTube channel, um, like and subscribe to that channel, and hit that little bell notification icon so you get notified every time we go live. And you can also catch up on some missed commentaries using our playlist. All right, last but definitely not least is Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin's still in a down climate despite the fact that we've had three, green days going on. It's been going down for 9 days all in all. The sell UFO that it's approaching is at 42,597 to 43,9080. And the buy UFO, this is still the one down below here, 32,820 to 31,615. We're going to see how reactive Bitcoin will be to this UFO here. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a bit of a pullback. But overall, right now, I mean, I'm just seeing, upward lows here, higher lows happening. The highs were, kind of getting equal, and then we did have a break high here. So as long as we try to, if we pull up and we challenge that high and we close above, we might be looking in an upward trajectory. Of course, if we do not, if we could certainly see a lower push down, perhaps down into the 30s. That's, again, it's a bit of a toss up with Bitcoin. It is a highly volatile instrument. Definitely, play with it with money that you'd be willing to part with. Okay, now if you want to be a top trader, which is our very own platform, it's the Predictive Options Planner, which is practically a platform, a server-based platform, meaning all the calculations are done by the backside, not your computer. I mean, so that means you don't need a, top of the line computer to be able to use the most complex calculations that are offered in most professional platforms out there, available to you in a server-based platform from our very own team here at the Trade with UFOs and Predictive Technologies. So you can learn more and subscribe to this platform using this link here. And something that's worth mentioning, it is a broker agnostic platform, so you can use it to trade all assets. All right, and that's that for the instruments for today. As far as remaining news of the week, so we do have Bank of Canada Consumer Price Index, which already posted, CPI in New Zealand, Powell speaking, Bailey speaking, Powell speaking again, and we have Good Friday, Orthodox Greek Friday, which is Christian Orthodox Easter this weekend. PMI, and in Germany, global composite PMI in European Union, PMI in Britain, retail sales in Canada, Bailey speaking again, holiday in Turkey, and a few holidays, as I said, over the weekend. Not just Orthodox Easter, but also Anzac Day, Liberation Day in Italy, and Freedom Day in Portugal. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this session helpful, and I will catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.